Alright. Yep, yep. Perfect. No. Something just. Alright. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, hello? Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that sounds better. Okay, that sounds better. A lot better. A lot better. Good better. Good better. Alright, break. Booga booga. Okay. We can start real nicely. Real good. What was I doing? I actually kind of forgot. Oh, I remember. Alright. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, King of Games 80. Welcome back to King's Nation. I am your host right now for the Outlast Cup. We have CK versus BHS. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone got some breakfast. It is currently 6:52 a.m. for me. We got The Real on the CK team. Alright. Current score, as of right now, is 0-0. Oh, man. Okay. So, guys, if you guys don't know how this works, is that basically you have two teams that duel each other on a 1v1 scale, and whoever gets the first to 5 wins. So, if Team A has their duelist win, then Team A's duelist will stay. Team B's duelist will swap out with another teammate, and then you just go from there. And then if B team duelist wins, then Team A duelist dips out, and they send in their next one. This is a really interesting kind of setup for dueling. I think it's really cool because you'll get to see your teammates duel each other, and then you get to see who will be a better matchup if vice versa, whoever wins or loses. This brings interesting ideas to the table where I think changes up the meta a little bit. Like, a good example, at least in my opinion, is that Ritual Beast wasn't really all that of a good deck. You had Protoss in the mix, which is a powerful card. Again, still not really good if you're going first. But in a team duel, if you have someone who has that deck and they see, oh, this person's playing Malice, or this person is playing like Labyrinth or something like that, my teammate lost, send me in, we'll get Protoss going, and then we'll just like lock them out. It's not always a guaranteed win, but it was actually pretty strong. In this meta, we have Blue Eyes Primate, we have Malice, and Ryzel. I'm not really sure what the other decks are, but still, those top three decks are pretty good. In fact, over there in the Evil Family's Evil League, Blue Eyes Primate beat Malice, Ryzel, Voiceless Voice, and some other decks. It was really cool to watch. I wasn't biased, I promise. I was. I love Blue Eyes. So now we're just waiting for both teams to get ready and start the duel. Again, I am your host, King of Games 80, and welcome to King's Nation. Hope everyone's having a great day. Let's sit back and relax, and then enjoy the duels. For those who are new here, I play all kinds of video games. We're currently playing some older school games like, what is it called? Dead Island. We're trying to eventually play Dead Island 2. We are playing Marvel Rivals as well. Always looking for people to play with on Marvel Rivals, by the way. Playing Helldivers, and it looks like we'll be playing a little bit of... What's the game I'm thinking of? Oh, Expedition 33 and Midnight something. Ooh, we got the Blue Eyes emblem. We have Blake, RF, and BHS. Are we getting ready? I wonder what we're gonna see here. Last time we saw a lot of Malice, and then Voiceless Voice showed up and actually did a pretty good job. Holding their own against Malice. Something I haven't seen Voiceless Voice really be that dominant actually, ever because of Snake Eyes. But hey, it's always nice to see. So we'll see what the Real and Blake bring to the table in terms of their decks. Maybe they'll play Malice, maybe they'll play Raziel. You know, things like that. My girlfriend texts me. Imagine being up, that's crazy. I know. Some people get at work. Alright, alright. Fun fact, guys, I stream on Xbox, and I just now realized last night that you can actually change your chat overlay on Xbox. I don't mean over on Twitch. I do mean if you're on a party or a Discord call, you can see who's talking. Normally it was on the right, but I switched it to the left because of Helldivers. I couldn't see the revive input because everyone was talking. Alright, and I'm sure as time goes on, I'm going to get a little bit more hyper because that's just how ADHD works for me. Okay. Let's see here. It's 6:58. We still have some time. It's supposed to start around 7. Guys, you guys watch anime? Let me know if you guys are excited for the new Demon Slayer movie. I think it's already out in theaters. I unfortunately did not get a chance to go see it. I don't think I will. Theaters are expensive. But I'm sure I'll get a chance at some point. Oh, and the new band list came out too, and the TCG. You guys are interested in that? That kind of some interesting hits, some good hits there too. They brought Popular and Ash back to 3. They got Branded Fusion back to 2. Dice, one of the number cards called Dice something is a banned. One of the link cards that helps Fiendsmith be put in with other decks is also banned. Slash Mage is banned. It's kind of crazy. Yummy was not hit. K9 was not hit. Vanquish Soul was hit. Rizel was hit. I think it's the Rizel, the one with the green in it. It was reduced to 1. And I think another one was also reduced to 1. Along with Vanquish Soul's spell card, called Vanquish Soul, I think it was, got down to 1 as well. Alright, I'm gonna get my Spotify set up here. We're now at 7. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I was looking for a song, sorry. Alright, here we go. I'll back to square one. Alright, we got Ryzel here for BHS. Let's see here. Sword Ryzel, Ice Ryzel, yep. Of course, this one we get. That's the monster I was talking about. You said dual driver. Oh, okay. This Ryzel is gonna activate their effects. We're gonna get a special summon soon. And there goes dual driver. Dual drive, alright. Hang on, guys. Ryzel. Alright. Sorry, I had Jammer message me. Alright. Did I not add it in the live? Alright, we got Detonator out. Very good. And we have Duo. And we have the Gallant Giant. That's how you say that card's name. Oh, okay. Alright, we're getting distracted left and right. Okay. So we have Malice here. Malice, well, I believe will have a little bit of a disadvantage against Razil, at least from what I know. A little bit of it. We have 3 face down cards. We're getting ready to... I think that card got negated, actually. Nope, no, not yet. Okay. Charmy. And then... Okay. Alright. Ooh, but Call by the Grave. Okay. Which will get rid of the Ash Blossom. So that gets negated instead. Shot card goes without a hitch. There goes Delmars. Alright. Rizal Plasma Hole? Okay. Target out 1 face up. Target face up cards your opponent control up to the number Rizal monsters control, destroy them. So card for your graveyard to 1 rank 4 Xemon. Okay, okay. Get it. Woo! Alright, that was pretty powerful now. We'll still have Domos on the field, so I think they can go link into a Deco Talker. Alright. We're going to Link Robo. What did I just say? Link Robo? Link Robo? Okay, I can't talk. Back up Ignister. Can't talk, chat. Alright, we're gonna have a detonator. Go off. Blow up that Link. Back up Ignister. There's be just one onto the field. Now, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, since people are now running Ignister into the deck for Malice, they do have some tuners. Is it worth running some synchros in there as well? Or is just there no room for it? There goes the link decoder. And there goes the surrender. Alright, so CK surrendered. Which gives BHS the point. And then we'll pin that. Hopefully this time I can keep track. I literally just... Wait. No, CK won then. Okay. No, CK lost. Got it. It's too early. Alright, alright, alright. Alright. We'll see what BHS team will send out next to deal with Ryzel. So we'll just have to say here. What they'll bring out. Ryzel's a pretty powerful deck. So we'll just we'll see what they're gonna do here. Oh, we're doing a back-to-back, I guess. All right. So they're gonna throw Malice back into Ryzel. Not sure if that's the greatest move here. From what I've seen, at least over in the Evil League, the Ryzel does pretty well, like really good against Malice. Outlast doesn't really actively have a lot of negates in its backyard. So that's where we have to rely on the hand traps, imperms to stop Ryzel. Ryzel, on the other hand, their monsters that spell their field card at least has negates on top of their hand traps. Kind of gives Ryzel a little bit more of an advantage here, but if Ryzel can't set up, then Malice definitely takes that opportunity to crush Ryzel. Again, from what I've seen in the Evil League. Alright, BHS is going to activate one of their Mushi cards, or Mooch Army, but they gets Call Bite, so there goes that idea. Leaving Blake with 4 cards in hand. Well, both people have 4 cards now. Okay. Ryzel gets sent to the graveyard detonator, so we can special summon the green Ryzel. Extract Ryzel. Ooh, but they have Ash Blossom. This will negate that monster and leave Blake with 3 cards in hand. Alright. Oh my god, this is not just regular Ryzel. This is Voiceless Voice Ryzel. Unexpected, ladies and gentlemen. They're cooking. As someone who likes to put Sword Soul with Kashtira and Horus, and Horus with Kashtira and vice versa, wow, okay. We're getting the trap card Radiant of the Voiceless Voice. bringing out that queen, the dragon queen, activating the effect, sending it to the graveyard. Gonna send prayers of the voice to the graveyard. And in exchange for that, we're going to get the Skull Guardian into our hand. Queen's gonna activate from the grave, banish itself. There goes Lowe's, and then you know what that means. We're going to be able to use this to ritual summon the Skull Guardian. And Lowe gets to be special summoned up back onto the field, I believe. Oh. Add that card in the hand too. 2. Now my only problem here is that Voice to Voice only has so much that they can extend into here. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the Ryzel combos to go off, but we still got a pretty nice, you know, the Voice of the Voice. We can add a little bit more negates to Ryzel here. Oh, but the Harpy's Feather Duster is gonna destroy the Radiant, the Voice of the Voice here. And CK only has 1 card in hand here, so let's see if it's a hand trap or not. Ooh, alright, by setting the Xe monster, this is going to allow us to banish, or not banish, negate a card effect. Very nicely done. Alright, we're waiting. Alright, there goes their Ascension. The Ancient One. Alright, Skull Guardian has been negated. So it's not going to be as bad, but we still got this card here. I believe you can discard this. Okay. Okay, so an opponent special summons a monster here. Ancient can absolutely just bounce itself back to the hand and negate that. Okay. Oh, it gets banished actually. Okay. Oh, never mind. Because the triple Tactics talent took over the Ancient One. Ooh, okay. So really now, nothing CK can do here, I don't think. Ryzel is free to kind of just pop off. That was very smart. Alright, so that's going on. Let me make sure I understand lows. This card's number supposed to. Yeah. Alright, so this doesn't really have much protection, like at all. I thought maybe it's Garden that has that special effect. Yeah, let's see it. Yeah. Still, Garden is negated. Maybe I'm thinking of Rescue Ace. It has that protection against certain things. Alright. To the hand, we got the field card. We got the Rizal Cross. Alright, we're gonna activate Rizal Cross very soon. Node Rizal, alright. We're gonna need another level 4 to get Detonator out. And we're able to do, I believe, just that. Alright, cool. We got rid of the Ancient One here. And there we go. Sword Rizal. There's Detonator. Oh, there's some type of card effect here. Maybe Nibiru, who knows. Alright, we got the other XZ monster into the material, so when it gets detached, you'll be able to negate another monster card effect. Ice Rizal. Uh-oh. Star Rizal. We got the Rizal Polgan? Plungent. Plungent. Sorry, what is this? Plungent. Alright, we're getting another XZ summoning. Oh, Gallon Giant, okay. Our doing is fight, gonna get a rock monster into the hand. And it's Nibiru. Alright. Not looking good for CK's Rizal Voiceless Voice deck. There goes Skull Guardian. Next up, we're gonna have Low. And then, of course, we have X Rizal. Alright. We're probably going to end here now. We're going to leave CK off of 2 cards in hand. They're going to have 3 soon. After they draw. We're setting a card as well. Alright. Let's see what they can do with 3 cards in hand. We're going to have a negate. We're going to have a pop effect as well. And then there goes the surrender. Alright, we have an ad break. Not too bad. Alright. So right now, Blake is going on a 2 winning streak for the BSH team. So they'll be going to table 3. This is a powerful Ryzel deck, and I really wasn't expecting to see CK pull out a voiceless voice Ryzel deck. That was interesting. I'm sure it works really well. I mean, as well with voiceless voice having their own built-in negates and protection as well, I think. Along with their continuous spell and traps as well, being a nuisance to your opponent, and having Ryzel Detonator out on the field with setup is pretty kind of nasty board, honestly. It's unfortunately that they didn't really get to set up properly because of them being disrupted. Let's see who they'll send out next. All right, Murad. Murad. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your guys' names. We'll stick to CK. That is a very cool profile or emblem. I don't know what these things are called. And the border is a really nice touch. All right, here you go. Alright, got the golden sarcophagus, so this is Malice for sure. We already set the trap card, it could be infirm. But it could be the Malice trap card. There goes Dormouse. Or Dormouse. Okay, it is Dormouse. I've been saying Dormouse this entire time. Alright, Rabbit is going to be able to come back for the banish. Alright, let's see. We should be seeing some. There we go. Link plays. So here comes the Link 2, Link 1, Link 2, and we're going to be seeing Splash Mage. I got banned in the TCG. Splash Mage is going to activate their effect. Bring back Malice, Dormouse. There's the red ransom, aka the red queen. There goes Mouse Underground added to hand. Nice. Yeah, let me know what was the last really good synchro deck that came out. Was it White Forest? Oh, Red Queen comes back. Finishing that, we get to bring it back, of course. Doesn't look like Blake here has any kinds of hand traps or I think, or even Nibiru at this point. Which means Blake could have possibly bricked or just has full combo in their hand. Oh, there's the Firewall Dragon. Yeah, it's backup. It's backup. Okay. So we got the Deco Talker, and now we're getting to the Igniter combo now. Sending Ash Blossom into the grave. Okay. They might actually have a second Ash Blossom, or that they just think it's unnecessary right now. There goes their Malice Underground. Oh! The Eruption Dragon from the Ashen Ones in the Royal Rare. Alright, can't they just link this off though? This is like not too. During the main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can target one card in a field zone. Ooh, special summon this card to your opponent's field, and if you do destroy that card, then you can add to your hand one set, or add to your hand, or set one Ashen continuous trap from your deck. If this card is sent from your opponent's field to your graveyard, you can destroy. Oh, wow, okay. So I'm assuming the moment they do link this up or out into the field, it activates, right? I'll find out. 1, 2, 3. The White Queen. Let's see, does that not work that way? I guess it doesn't work that way. Oh no, it does. Okay. I was going to say, because it doesn't. Alright. Woo! Very amazing that Blake just happened to have that card perfectly set up in their hand. And then we get the Malice into the field, banishing the White Queen. White Queen will come back. Alright, we'll get to set a Malice shop card. There it goes. 06. And we normal summon the draw and lockboard, obviously to link it off, I'm sure. Into a link 3 or 4, let's find out. Or maybe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Outlast Allied Co-Talker. Nice. This allows us to bring the Red Queen back, and this allows us to bring the White Queen back. Truly powerful here. Alright. Let's see what Blake can do here. The XZ card is gonna activate in the graveyard. We're gonna negate a card here. And there goes the allied Kotak, gonna get negated. Oh, it does have a quick effect. We're going into a chain link 4. Alright, both Ryzo and the XZ monsters now banished. Sword Ryzo gets added to the hand. Let's see what Blake here is gonna do. Alright, we got triple tactics talents. Oh my god. We're gonna be able to draw 2 cards here. This is gonna get Blake to be able to have 6 cards in hand. There's Tachyon. Another thing, guys, I just realized just how interesting these these team duels are. Just like how you can run a very going second or first deck, like again, like the Ritual Beast with the Proto setup, you know what your opponent will be running straight off the bat, so you know what to hit. Ooh, Dominus Impulse. We also know that you can actually run other cards in your decks, like we just saw here with the Ashen one, with Vedos the Eruption Dragon, because you'll most likely run into Malice in this case, or Ryzel, so you'll be able to kind of predict this, and this card is no longer like a liability, because if you just play rank, you know, everyone is playing like all kinds of different decks, but when you got this kind of a 5v5, or I think, yeah, 5v5 situation, the odds of one of them playing meta is greater. It increase the odds. So even if you're not guaranteed, like you're going first at the matches just start, you're not knowing, but being picked again, I'm like, all right, this guy, you know, runs this, so I can have this in the deck, is very interesting. I think it's really cool that when you're having these kind of team duels, that this allows you to actually run different decks that are good counters to others that you just don't normally run in rank, because you just don't know if you're going to run into them. But here, you can always have someone on standby just in case you run into that particular deck. And it's even better that since this particular deck would be like Malice or Ryzel, these are two of the top meta decks currently. Which means the odds of you seeing one of these decks having their field card is actually extremely high. I think CK has this one in the bag, guys. Ryzel just cannot get set up properly here. But we're gonna get to see at least a Z7. Very nicely done. So guys, let me know here. I have a question. Is Allied Code Talker like an evolved version of Access Code Talker? You know, because also reminds me a lot of like Utopia in a way. So what I mean by this is that with Access Code Talker having the ability of picking a link monster, gaining an attack points from that link monster, and then being able to banish link monsters based off the element, do it once per time. So if you get rid of a dark one, then you can't rid of another dark one, it has to be like a fire, water, wind, whatever, to pop cards. Here with this, I guess upgraded, doesn't really seem much of an upgrade. Access Code Talker really wasn't once per turn, and here is Allied Code Talker that is, oh my goodness, there it goes, yeah, is once per turn, and really has only one negation. Honestly, Allied Code Talker doesn't seem all that powerful compared to Access Code Talker, but it could be tripping, you know? Just at like first glance here, it doesn't seem like an evolved variant form. It just seems like, or an evolved version of Access Code Talker. Seems like a variant, kind of like different. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to look at it in terms of like Digimon and Pokemon, like if it's better. Or so we were able to, or no, Blake was completely able to just destroy all of CK's monsters very quickly. Malice, not just that, but I believe, yeah, their cards in general, like all the cards, right? Yeah, all cards on the field, yeah. It's wiped out their entire field like it was nothing right off the bat. All of the Malice cards are now in the graveyard. Won't be banished unless some other card effects here take place. They got to reset the board. They got 9 cards left in their extra deck. Unless they can bring back some of their bigger monsters, it's going to be a little difficult. Again, at first glance, we do have a Raziel Cross, which will allow us to negate a card. We have 2 face-down cards, so we'll see. Here comes the Imperm. So we're going to be negating the Malice Dormouse. Alright, let's see here. Mouse goes into Link 1, Link 2, and we're getting that Lizard. Lizard's going to activate the effect. Alright, allowing us to banish some of the Malice cards, which will also allow them to be brought back onto the field. And there goes the surrender. Oh, Blake won due to time limit. All right, while we get this set up, we'll do an ad break. So now it is 0-3 here. BSH is leading. Blake once again going on a 3-win streak. I wonder if Blake is going to get a complete sweep here. So far, we have seen CK try to throw Malice in with Malice at Ryzel. It has not worked. We've seen Ryzel Voice try to go up against a pure Ryzel deck, and yet, gotta say, it still hasn't worked. So we gotta see here exactly what can CK bring. Obviously, Malice is not gonna work here unless they get set up properly. But even then, it looked like Blake just had the outs to everything. I wonder with what they're gonna bring out here. It seems so far Malice has been very popular in the Outlast. At least this team match and the last team match I covered. It was just mostly Malice, 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 and now we have one Ryzel deck player here, and Malice, Malice, Ryzel losing to Blake here. So let's see what Omar. I feel like I've seen that guy before, that person before, that name. What deck they're gonna bring to the table, and hopefully they can set up. Hopefully they won't get disrupted, and see what they can do, because Ryzel is just dominating right now, and Blake is an excellent duelist. Alright, let's see here. And already right off the back, we're getting Mulcharmy here, and it's gonna work. This might not be oh no, this could be Mouse though. We got this horse off, and we got 6 Samurai. Alright, we'll see how Ryzel does against the 6 Samurai deck. Here comes the Synchro Summoning. Legendary Lord 6 Samurai. Cunning of the 6 Samurai. Ooh, we're gonna activate another Charmy. This is now the hand. See, now the problem is we're dealing with we're under 2 card effects here, where they're just going to draw 2 cards depending on where they get special summon from. There's that one. Yeah, I don't think you really want Ryza to get more cards in hand here. So Omar is definitely taking the Mulcharmy challenge. Got us a board here because if they don't, Ryzel's gonna sweep this. Gateway of the 6 Samurai, very nice. And we got the 6 Strike Double Assault. Secret 6 Samurai. Oh my god, Ryzo's just having so many cards in hand here. 29 left in the deck. And there goes the Nibiru. I believe one of the synchros can negate this. And then there comes the Imperm. There we go, yep. Ooh, cutting the send one. Okay, not sure what the purpose here of doing this. It's gonna get sent to the graveyard. We'll find out here. Oh, okay. It misses target. Got it. Understood now. Very smart. College Road. Oh, another imperm. We're gonna stop that right in their tracks. That's 2 imperms down. And 2. Don't think we've seen an Ash Blossom just quite yet. There's the Appaloosa. So we got Baron DeFleur and Appaloosa. We got Omni Negate currently, and I think this is a 4 monster Negate Appaloosa. Okay, Ash Blossom. Alright, we're already getting rid of the Appaloosa's 4 monster Great, going down to a 3.
Okay. 14 cards in the deck. Very interesting here. Draw a Lockbird. There goes the next monster negate. We got the second draw on Lockbird. Alright, Baron to floor will lose their Omni negate. Alright, Appaloosa now will have 2 more monster negates left. Three. I think they're just gonna deck out Blake. But can they do it within time? One, two, three, four. Skull Dread. Woo! Shining Dojo. And another Gate of the Six. This is crazy. $11 cards. $10 cards. 9 cards. The deck is looking a little thin. Ooh, Ice Barrier Dragon. 8 cards. Blake is gonna get decked out. That's crazy. Seven cards in the deck. 6 cards in the deck. Five cards in the deck. 4 cards in the deck. This is not looking good. There's the SP Little Knight. 3 cards. 2 cards. Oh, here we go. One card left. And there it is, the last card. And now they just passed turn. Okay. Oh, wait, because they can't draw, they lose. That's why they did it one more time. That's crazy. All right, CK gets a point. They're finally on the board. Let's go. It is now 1-3. Well, let's see what BSH will throw at the 6 Samurai deck. But Blake did a good job. I mean, winning 3 duels for their team. Getting to see exactly how Omar is going to play their deck. Knowing now how many cards they got for what, like the gates, the dojo, how many they run. It was a lot of good information to see. Alright, it's going to be Malice. Decoder. Alright, last mage. I like Hotaka. Okay. No signal. Alright, so from what I'm understanding here, Omar's gonna be able to just infinitely summon all his samurai monsters once they get set up, allowing him to bring out very powerful Synchro, XZ monsters uh, in general here. So what Malice has to do is just try to stop that from happening with a bunch of negates and disruptions here. And I'm not too sure, excuse me, if they got it built into their deck to be able to do that. We're just going to be able to have to see here. Here comes the legendary Six Samurai. Oh, the legendary Lord Six Samurai, my bad. Excuse me. Alright. Sorry guys, handling other business. Alright, we got the Exhale Synchron Stardust Dragon, which is negated. Eight, 9, 10. Here comes the Baron de Fleur. So we have an Omni Negate and another Negate here. So you won't, if Malice tries to negate something, this card will just stop it. And if you try to play something to stop the negate, then the Baron negate will activate. So we're popping this card here. We're going to attempt to activate it. It does go through. Gaining quite a bit of life points here. There goes the Red Queen. There goes Allied Kotaker. One face down card. We pass turn. So we still have the Omni Negate. I believe this is not an Omni Negate, however. This is one turn when you're front of a monster. So this is a monster. Low key, in a way, this is like Sword Soul. This is Grandmaster, and then there's the Baron de Fleur. In a way, if I just read that correctly, right? Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can negate the activation if you do destroy that card. If this card is on the field, will be destroyed by a battle or card effect. You can destroy one monster you control instead. Okay. A little bit like Grandmaster. Alright, so there comes the negate. We'll still have the Omni Negate from Baron de Fleur. If Malice can take the opportunity here to try to destroy this card, the only other card they would have options to destroy if they want to save this card particularly would be either Baron or this face down card. So here's that monster negate. There is still the ability to Link Summon. There we go. Nightmare Cerberus. Okay, Nightmare Cerberus is going to activate their effect and discard the Ash Blossom. And then Baron is going to have to negate this. Pops, destroys. I'm pretty sure this is a bait to bait out the Baron. Cunning of the... Uh-oh. So now we're gonna bounce this back and bring it back, I think. And let's see, if doing so, I think this rejuvenates its effect. No, it doesn't. Okay. Draw italics, okay. Take control of a monster. We took control of this legendary lord, 6 samurai instead of baron, okay. Now this rejuvenates its effect. Not too sure why we would take the legendary lord. We could have taken baron and we could have used this effect to pop the lord. This card is secret, so you can add. When defense mode, okay. There might be a card that I'm not thinking of right now to why taking the legendary lord was a lot better. So we link it off. So 1, 2, 3. We're getting the heart queen basically. Activating her effect. And then we banish Baron to Fleur, and we just go in battle and we swing for a 3100. Alright. Main phase 2. Ending there. Okay. So depending on what this card Omar is going to draw here, Malice could be in trouble. We'll just see here. Alright, so we're going to banish him using the effect. Okay. So let's see what card we're going to add to the hand. The Grand Master of the 6 Samurai, okay. That's the normal summon. Activate the effect of Queen. Okay, we bounce the spell card back into the banish into that and banish the Sacred 6 Samurai. Very nice. Somar is down 1 normal summon. They still need a special summon here. I believe, though, a lot of the 6 Samurai special summoning condition is to have a 6 Samurai card onto the field. I could be wrong with that statement, though. Oh, triple tactics talents. Let's see if they're going to take over a card. No, they're going to draw 2 here. But they have the Ash Blossom. Ooh, Omar's not looking good right now here. We have 1 card in hand. Let's see. And we know, actually, we know what this card is. This is the Grand Master card. And then, yeah, there's nothing here we can do here. Ooh, they drew the... Okay. Malice the Underground. We're sending Malice the Mirror, and then that's going to activate its effect. Oh, banishing. Yeah, and there's the surrender here. Very nice. So there goes 6 Samurai. It'd been nice to kind of see them more, but it was almost very interesting. Samurai could not get their infinite summoning condition going. Alright, so what this happens is we start to add break. It's currently 1 to 4. Alright, so CK, I believe, is in their last duel. I think their name is Abin. I could be wrong here, but alright, let's see if what deck CK is gonna bring to the table here. Oh. I'm gonna click this to see if it works or not. We are attempting to connect. There we go. I think this is definitely was a glitch, guys. That was interesting. I think table 6 might be glitched here. That's the first time I've seen that. Like, I know when things get buggy wucky, there's a like cards break and then there's a surrender, but I've never seen the cards break and then come back. That's kind of interesting to see. All right. Ah, mementos. Right, that's the archetype's deck's name. Yeah, memento. Okay. All right, so the imperm hits already. Doesn't, and guys, you guys can absolutely correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't mementos kind of work a little bit like Fire King, where they have the destroying effects? I could be wrong, but like, I can't remember exactly how it works here. So Twin Dragon that gets destroyed, yeah. In a way, kind of like, yeah, they go based off their own destruction effects. Now the real question is, does it have to be a Memento's destruction card effect to make this ping pop, or does it just anything? I think, yeah, it has to be. Yeah, I think it has to be their own destruction effect. Yeah, guys.
All right. Oh, banish, and then it comes. That's the field card. Yep. I can't wait to go to bed after this. I'm so tired. All right. Can activate the following effects. Discard from the graveyard. Okay. It's a good card to have going against Ballas. Relinquish, okay. Oh, okay. Orange Dragon. So I have a question for Yu-Gi-Oh fans. I don't know that, but when you think Konami is making new archetype monsters, right? Do you think they take in consideration what decks are already out there, or do they just focus on like what they're trying to make? Because I think, if correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't like Konami kind of like really secretive about that kind of stuff? Like we don't even know like the people, the artists of the card arts. I don't think like they don't really advertise that so much. I don't even think like the artists themselves can come out and say, "Oh yeah, I created that card," or things like that. So I wonder like who's the idea behind creating the cards? Like who's in charge of that? I wonder how many cards have been rejected, um, simply because they were just would be too powerful or just not good for the game, you know. And if any of those cards ever would see the light of day as Yu-Gi-Oh continues, I think it's interesting. I wish we get to know that. If that makes sense. So we have a full power Appaloosa here. 3 face down cards. Yep. Ooh. Malice in the mirror. Let's see, does it resolve? Will there be a chain link? 4. Ooh. We're bringing Droplet. Okay. So we're getting rid of the Appaloosa. Target one. Okay, it makes sense because Appaloosas would get negated and all their link, their negates are gonna go away too. Okay. Yeah, I think Appaloosa is like a very interesting card. I mean, again, it gets monster negates up to 4 based off the materials that you use for its summoning. And that is a condition of its effect. So when you negate something like that, the moment the negate wears off, it no longer has any of the attack, any of the extra monster negates that it would have. That's quite interesting. A cool thing is though, is that when we look at Appaloosa, right, it takes, let me see here. If you can find a way to actually keep Appaloosa's attack points up to 800 attack, you could continue to use Appaloosa's effect. So if ever a card comes out where it can constantly boost a monster's attack by 800 for whatever effect happens, Appaloosa would technically get infinite amount of monster negates. You can get it past like just the standard 4 monster negates. So let's see if I. So like if you activate a card effect that doubles your opponent's or your monster's attack, then and if you have full power Appaloosa, then you could make Appaloosa an 8 monster negate. Link encoder. Okay. Okay. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, Mementos kind of gives off like an Aztec or a Mayan vibe. The reason why I say Mayans is I believe, like every time I see like the surrender. Due to time, that's crazy work. Unfortunate.
All right, which brings that means the final score again, if I am understanding it correctly. CK has 1 point on the board, while BHS has five, which means they are the winners. Because it's up to five, right? It's not six. Let's see if I can double check that real quick. Uh, let me check that just to make sure. I don't need general chat. I need stream. Let me add, because I want to double check that. Double check. Because I just can't think right now. I'm tired. Sorry, guys. I'm tired. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So it is to five. So yes. Um, it's 1 through 5. So CK with 1 point on the board makes BS. I keep saying S. BHS the winners here. So guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in here. Thank you Outlast Cup for having me stream for you guys. Yeah, you guys are fantastic. CK, better luck next time. Thank you for participating. Damn, it did it again. BHS, thank you so much. Congratulations on your victory here. Hope to guys see both of you guys in the future. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, this has been your boy King of Games 80, broadcasting on Twitch, uploading to YouTube. If there's any games you guys want to see me play, let me know. My DMs are always open over our Discord. And if you guys find my YouTube channel that I don't post all that often anymore, you can always leave a comment there, and I will get into the swing of things and start doing YouTube again. All right, guys. I love you all. Stay safe. Until next time, have a good one.